Well, it's very good to start with a laugh. And here we are today on Creative Juices. I'm not sure what episode it is, but we have a special guest in the studio. We have
Yasmin, Casaca.
Yay!
And we also have
Marcus Schilling,
and
the co-host with the co-most.
Camilla Udén. Yay! We are so happy to be back and to explore creativity with Yasmin.
Thank you.
This is going to be so much fun. Not for you, but
I can see like everybody is looking more tanned as well because the Swedish summer has
Arrived
to Stockholm.
Yeah.
So here we are.
The best day of the year, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
One day of summer.
It's already gone because it's raining now. So, sorry.
Yeah, like thunder and lightning on the way here. I suggested that we would go and record out on a mountaintop, but my co-host said no.
Maybe not today.
Creativity is good. It can also be dangerous. So be aware out there.
We need better microphones.
And better microphones and maybe something to take the thunder somewhere else.
Not true. Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
But no, I guess today to talk about creativity, we have Yasmin. I want to talk about, well, mainly how did you get your start in the creative processes that you do now? What was your story? How did everything begin for you?
Oh, I think it started when I was very young. I was always curious. I was always doing things outside in the nature. I was painting. I was, also as a child, you climbing trees and, you figuring out life in different ways. And then for me, I always saw, the beauty of the colors of flowers. I was picking a lot of flowers and I was painting a lot and I loved colors. And I think that was the curiosity of colors and shapes and nature together with like I was always like I said, like climbing a lot, and I was doing headstands and handstands, and I was very physical.
So creativity with the body.
Yeah, in different ways. Yeah, definitely.
Were you more exploring and being curious, or were you expressing and being like from the inside out? How did that happen?
Yeah, I think I was curious. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
And then it became when I was around 18, 19, then it was more expressive. Yeah, exactly. So then it was really like I felt like my soul needed the creativity.
Yeah.
And before that it was just jumping around, having fun, being a child until you're 18.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the idea of realization that you say that your soul needs it, that we have that reflection, that we just do things by instinct, but then if it's taken away, then you realize how much that you miss it.
Yeah.
How much that you need to be physical, either with creativity or paint or to feel.
Yeah.
Maybe it's around the feeling around creativity, which is the important thing.
Definitely. And I think it's also the parts of my life when it's life happens and the creativity hasn't got the priority in my life, then I felt almost like my identity, like I lost my identity because it's so deep inside my soul, and then suddenly it's not there, and then you feel like, who am I without the creativity in that way? So definitely.
Yeah, we were talking about that a bit before. Like it's like you're missing a breath. It's like you can't take a full breath. It's like
yeah, definitely. I think so too. And I think it's, for me, the creativity, it's not just a way of express myself or I think it's also, like you say, it's a part of the reason why I feel alive. Not only that I live to survive, from each day, but to really maximize life. And really, exactly. And I think that is one of the main things I really try to prioritize in my life, is to see how can we live this life as much as possible.
Yeah,
right?
to the fullest.
To the fullest.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that the creativity and I love to reflect and analyze a lot in life in general, but about myself, but also to remind myself about the small parts in life, or the small a beautiful stone that I pass by, or the color in the sky, or a flower, you know. I think that makes life so much more.
Yeah.
And that is also part of the creativity, I think.
I really agree. That's also what I find. And also being thankful and grateful for everything, even the smallest things. Like you said, okay, I have sunshine on my face today. That is something to be grateful for.
Yeah. I agree.
Cool.
Yeah.
So where did your creativity start to express?
I think it was mainly through art. I started to, like I said, I always been painting a lot since I was a kid. And even when I was like around 5-6 years old, I was painting until I literally fell asleep. So my mom put me to bed. And I was sneaking up, take my, paper and pens with a flashlight under the blanket, and I was painting. And my mom always found me like falling asleep, in the blanket. She lifted the blanket and she found the flashlight and painting and everything. Yeah, so much like that. So that, I think that was the thing that, like, where it all started, and together with the physical curiosity.
I was reading about capoeira. So that was a big part of your life. For people who don't know about capoeira, it was going to be invented as a martial arts style, which was meant to be pretending that it wasn't a martial arts style.
Exactly, for slaves.
It's hidden, exactly, and hidden as a dance, so a non-contact
thing.
But you can learn a lot about rhythm, about movement.
Oh, yes.
How your body works is something I'd love to try a bit more. I've done a couple of classes in that, but not too much. I don't think I've got the right body type for it.
Oh yeah, you could.
But how did you find capoeira?
I found it. I started to do capoeira when I was around 11 years old, and it was up in I lived in a small village up in north of Sweden called Skogsnäs, really small. Yeah. So, and then it was a woman who came to Skogsnäs who did capoeira, and this is like a super small village. We talked about at that time around 60 people in the village.
Oh wow!
And maybe 25 kilometers to the closest store to buy food, groceries, and stuff like this. So it was really like in the woods in the north of Sweden.
But they had capoeira there.
That was super exotic, and like of course all of us was super interested because we also in Skogsnäs, at least like when I was there, also in the school. They encourage a lot of theater, acrobatics, and moving the body and stuff. And I always been, like I said, like interested of physical activity since I was a kid. I always did some acrobatics, in my everyday, run around and then do a jump flip or whatever. So then when the capoeira came, it was like all kids wanted to try, and also adults. So I started to do it around, I think I was 11 or 12, 11, yes. And I just fell in love immediately. It was, this mix of with the music and the rhythm and the acrobatics, and then it was kicks and martial arts, and
It sounds like every part of your personality has a touchstone on there and combined into one.
Definitely.
But it also it seems like it births awareness also where the other person.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So you also get the awareness of other people.
Exactly.
In the same time.
Yeah. And it's not only about the sport itself. It's the whole community and the awareness and the respect and everything of that comes with it. And then I think for me, one of the most important parts by doing the capoeira was that I gained so much more self-esteem and self-confidence by doing it, because I was a very shy girl when I was a kid, and I didn't believe in myself, and I was not good enough and so on. And then the capoeira was really difficult also, but I noticed like I can be good at this, with all the acrobatics and everything that I did before. And then I started to practice, and I did it more and more. And when I was 14, I started to coach and instruct in capoeira in Sundsvall, where I lived at that time.
Okay.
So I've moved quite much. A lot.
For our visitors not in Sundsvall, it's a much bigger community than 60 people.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, the logging community,
Yeah.
history,
Exactly.
coastal city in North Sweden.
Yeah. So then I started to give classes when I was around 14, and to adults and kids and teenagers.
14 is still very young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that was really good, because it was like, I was in school, I wasn't really happy in school. I started to get, with the wrong kind of people, outside.
Right.
And then I had a capoeira where adults was believing in me as well, and where I actually had a responsibility of giving classes. So then I felt, like, oh, I have a reason to go and not be out partying or be with those people that I should not hang around with, So then I put a lot of effort and time and everything into the capoeira. And then I moved to other places, and I give classes around in south of Sweden and in Gothenburg a lot, and I just love giving.
Wow.
That's good, like something to have in your toolbox, essentially, when you go to new places to introduce to people, or to, as you say, do classes.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get to learn about people in the community and things.
Definitely.
It gives you something which can create a connection.
Yeah. And no matter age as well. And it's like, I was 14 at that time, and my students could be like 60 years old.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Or
Yeah.
it could be like small kids, 4 years old. And we all were there together, and really, loved the capoeira.
Oh, wow.
So it was really like my life at that time. And I even went in Sweden. Was one Brazilian guy, a master from Brazil, who came to Sweden with his family to give capoeira in a school for 1 year.
Wow.
So
That's so cool.
yeah, so I applied for that, and I was too young to apply for it, and they said no. But I didn't give up, because I wanted to go this. So I sent them letters, and I called people, and people recommended and everything. And eventually they said, yes, okay, we take you in.
Okay.
So
Wow.
then we did that, yeah.
So
And
you
that was
were
amazing.
also very assertive.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
When I
that's
wanted
really good.
something, when
Yeah.
I wanted something, yes. So then I was there for 1 year, and we was practicing every day, in the school and stuff. And it gave me so much. It is amazing.
I also find that what you're saying about age and like coming together as a community, I can find that also in yoga. Like, even with the smallest kids and the oldest seniors, like everyone is doing together. And you can be like very, very advanced, and you can be like, but you can still do it like simple as well. So it's really that's cool.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I think we need more of these communities.
Yeah.
Also to create creativity, to create the juice, the spark, the whatever it is that makes us want to do and express.
And strive, yeah.
That's what we've talked about before. We term the anti-creativity, the AI idea of people on their own doing things and such. The opposite of that is in communities coming together, sharing ideas, sharing like, what do we think about this? How can we workshop this together? And I find a lot of that in theatre with that as well. And also the same with all ages and everything. Everybody just comes there with, okay, what's my ideas today? And everybody, for the moment you do that, is an actor and where you come from.
Yeah, and it's also like, well, I have this great, it's like we talked about, like I have this great idea, but I need some input, because even if I think it's a great idea, maybe someone else has another perspective that I haven't thought of, because I can only think about my perspective. So then when we're in a community, we can help each other build even better ideas.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's so cool. Okay, so capoeira is ingrained. Is that also why you started dancing?
I would say partly yes, because when in the capoeira we also have, it's more than just the practice the trainings. You know, you also have the gatherings, and then you also have you have makulele, where you have the sticks where you're fighting. That was with the swords before, or with the that you're doing together with the music. That was part of it from beginning, and that part. And then we have comes the samba, of course, because of it's from Brazil. And then you have forró, and you have other things. So it was like natural. It was always having these parties.
Is the instrument called a berimbau?
Berimbau, yes.
Yes, so see, no phone in my hands, didn't look it up, just remembered. I had a big interest in capoeira. It's like a ding, like the rhythm to it.
Exactly. It's really cool. It's nice.
There's such a unique culture around it.
I would want to be on a class like that. Can we pay you for that?
Of course you can pay me. No problem. Yeah, absolutely. No, but that's a little bit the fun part. Like, I quit the capoeira like when I was doing it actively. That is maybe say around 23, 24 years old. I'm 39 now. But still, if someone would say, Yasmin, do capoeira with me now, and I was like, I close my eyes and I will do the capoeira. It's like, it's just there.
It's second nature.
Yeah, it's really strange. I don't know, but it's there. So yeah,
that's so
it's
cool.
nice.
So you parlayed from capoeira to more dancing styles, or was there reasons for that? That was
no, it was more like I always been interested to move my body and to explore. When I also start to gain a little bit more confidence and see what you're able to do, you getting more curious to see what you're actually able to do. So you expand your beliefs and your everything of that. And when I was a lot, I had a period in my life around in the capoeira time when I was teenager, where I was a little bit, dressed more like a boy, and I was a little bit like that. But then I always loved to dance when it was music. I can never stand still when it's music. But then when I was around 18, 19, I started to suddenly, I don't know from where I got it, but I was like, I should try salsa. From nowhere, so, and although I was a shy girl, I was anyway like, okay, I lived in Gothenburg at that time, and I put like in the computer like, okay, salsa in Gothenburg, here is a salsa boat, here is a salsa party, and I just went there. It's not a school or course or anything. I didn't know anyone. I just went alone. And people invited me. I was like, I don't know anything salsa, but I learned on the dance floor together with the person. And next one. Wow. And I got so hooked on this. So I was dancing salsa every day in the week if there was any salsa. And I went alone. And then suddenly I started, I had these baggy jeans and, these skate shoes. And suddenly I started to take a skirt on, a dress on. I started, to find more that part. And so then I was doing a lot of that.
I think if we were going to do a movie about your life, that would be like the transition to like all the clothes are down and we do some shots here and there's some new turns to the camera.
Exactly.
Fully like in a salsa dress. And
no,
so like experts.
Exactly. No, so and at that time it was a lot. The salsa was not only salsa; it was always merengue, reggaeton, all that kind of stuff at that time. I mean, it's a long time now, and so I think that's. Is where I started to find more my definition of femininity and sensuality in a sophisticated way in my definition.
So when you realized that about yourself, that this is the direction I'm in, did it affect your creativity, and then also what you kind of wanted to do otherwise? Saying, did you continue with the painting in that time?
Yes, painting I always had with me. I still do paintings. I still sell paintings. I do paintings for people, and with acrylic big arts, and have exhibitions sometimes.
Oh wow!
But it's also like even before I got an adult, I want to say, but before I went in the circus gymnasium here in Stockholm, Cirkus i Kar.
Oh
yes, in the Norsborg.
Exactly. So I went there, but because I was a very shy girl, and I didn't get in the first class, and then after a week there was one person who didn't want to continue, and then I was the next on the list, so they called me in. So I was there 1-2 weeks after started 1-2 weeks after
The rest.
The
Of
rest.
the group. Yeah.
And they have already, started to introduce, with the dancing choreographies and, everything. And I went to the class and I remember I sat there and I looked at them and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I felt so shy and I was so insecure and I really didn't feel like I belonged to that part. I wanted to have the circus and the acrobatics and performance, theater. I love that. But I felt so afraid. And I was continuing to go there, for several months. But then I was also so shy that I didn't feel, when we have English class or Swedish class and talk in front of the people.
Yeah.
I was so shy. I didn't like to speak English. I didn't like languages. I quit the Spanish class, the English class, even Swedish classes, everything. And today I talk several languages. I don't know how that happened, but anyhow. But so that made me eventually to just quit the circus before it was done. But with that said, like I always loved acrobatics. I had the dancing, I had the art and all of that. And with the capoeira, they gave me a lot, with more than just a martial art. So I also started after that to focus on trying out more things. So I started, I went into other martial arts. And
have you done taekwondo at all?
Not taekwondo, no. But I started with Thai boxing, and then I went over quite fast to the MMA, and I was in the elite group in Gothenburg, to a competition group, and I was competed just in submission wrestling. But then I had in the capoeira, it was a small incident happened where it was one guy. It was
I'm sorry.
yeah, it was one guy who was did a flip over me landed on my back.
Oh, on your back.
On my back. So I was standing, on my knees in front, and he could do a flip and jump over, and he fell straight down on my back. So I was in the hospital for 3 days. I barely could walk. I couldn't walk the first 2 days. And the doctor basically, he said literally, like, if you wasn't, so fit and had the muscles protect you, your spine, you would have broken your spine. So it was really like I had ever since I had pains 24 hours, even today, since then. So that, it reduced.
It takes away from the joy of dancing, maybe.
And the acrobatics and the martial art. And I was this acrobat, this flexible one. You put your head and go all the way back, like this. And it was really, really difficult. So I felt also in the MMA when I started that, like it got, too much problems with the back.
I mean, does it build around like a fear, like second guessing your movements because you don't want to get in more pain because you
not really, actually not. But I noticed like it was more the opposite. I believed so much in myself, so I pushed the limits a lot, which made me sometimes maybe cross the limits a little bit too much and I get more issues and more pains.
So you feel like the day after, you're like,
exactly. Exactly. Or it could be like the day after and stay for several weeks. So it's been really ups and downs with this injury. And they wanted to also after a few years when I still had my problems, they wanted to do a surgery. And but then of different reasons I didn't do the surgery, and then eventually I got also problems with my neck, and they wanted to do a surgery with my neck, and I had my son, and I didn't want to do a surgery because I was still breastfeeding and stuff. So it's been like a lot ups and downs with that. But I was anyway, even after the injury, I was still, did the MMA, was in that elite group. And then I did the BJJ, and then I was, doing a lot of other things as well.
It's usually kinder for the body. As they say, is like you can go full out in a full match, or someone taps out and it's finished.
Exactly.
You're not going to keep going there. It seems like you're very like headstrong when you've decided something.
Yeah.
You're going to do it and like follow it the whole way through.
Yes,
Which is a very
definitely,
important to have.
definitely. Yeah. And I think that is quite interesting because I reflected a lot around that subject.
Mm.
And since I know how shy I was as my younger self, then when I realized what I was capable of doing,
Mm.
it just, like I said, it expanded my belief in myself.
Mhm.
And I just wanted to explore and I wanted to do more and more.
creative
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. When do you know, like, when did that happen? Well, like, was it like a moment that you just knew that, wow, look at me, I'm doing this, or was it like a few steps, or how did that come about? How did you like find your confidence in that?
I think it was, I did the first, how to say, the first step, if we say like this.
Yeah.
And I didn't notice anything. I didn't pay attention to, okay, I gained more confidence by doing it.
Mhm.
But it was after a while when you're looking back and I realized, wow, was it me doing all of this stuff?
Yeah.
I have collected it. I have, poured one thing
Over
in
the
my
other,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly, and suddenly it's a lot, and I realized like, wow, I can actually do this.
Wow.
Actually, links very well to a question. I didn't prepare too much today, but I prepared one question. It would be if you could give a piece of advice to yourself when you were, since you sounded you were very confident when you were 14, but when you were, let's say, 10 to 12 years old. So if you now could go back and tell that person some advice,
What would that be?
Yeah.
What would that be?
If you see her in front of you,
Yeah.
what would you tell her?
I think I would tell her to just keep going, because there is a lot of advices you could give yourself, but I think what I think my journey is a lot about just keep going and keep doing, and trying and everything, because it's like, if you don't try, if you not keep going, that is for sure that you're not gonna go anywhere, right?
Yeah, that's the end, right?
Yeah. And I think it's first when we actually taking the steps and keep going is where we're gonna discover more of ourselves and the world and people. And but if you just stay still, like to say, you're not a tree, walk, you're not a tree, right?
Yeah, I like the saying where they also say, like, a boat is not built to be by the shore. Like, it's safe and everything, but it's not built for that.
No, it's not.
And you're not built for holding yourself back.
No. And actually that part I have realized so much in my life, like, I'm built for so much more. I'm not built to just survive.
Yeah.
And I can do so much more. And I think also I get so inspired by myself. And yes, I am humble, but I get inspired by myself. I also know. but I get inspired myself because I see that I can inspire others.
Yeah.
And when I inspire others, because when you get feedback from others, then you realize, wow, that would be such a waste of not using your creativity and talents, or whatever you want to call it, to other people. And I think it's a lot like, I love empowerment. I love to see other people succeed. That is one of my passions in life, in different way. I love to make people believe in themselves, because I think there is a lot of, people are afraid that, okay, but if I do this, if I take too much space, and who am I, and I'm egoistic, and it can be a lot of thoughts. And for me, it's the opposite. It's like, if you don't go after, if you don't try to explore what you're able to do,
chase your dream.
I think that is egoistic.
The question that you never ask will always be a no. If you ask it and you dare, you might get a yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, and also what they say, like, you like, you might regret what you do, but it's not the chances you take that you regret. It's the chances you never took.
Exactly.
Like the ones you didn't go after. You're gonna always wonder what happened, what could have happened, what could have been.
Yeah, and I don't want to be in that
No.
position.
No,
And
no.
that is really like I feel if I would I really love life and I want to live long and prosper, right?
Yeah.
But if I would today die,
Yeah.
and I was, I would have a reflection and thoughts like, am I happy with my life and what I've been doing? I would feel so satisfied, although I have millions of things I want to
Want to
do.
do? Yeah.
But because I've been doing so much, and a lot of this not just waiting for life to happen, it's to create life to
Yes.
happen.
And also take the step, like say yes.
Yeah.
Say yes.
Yeah.
Say yes more than you say
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
To yourself, to invites or dreams or whatever.
Yeah, and I think for all three of us have worked with training people, helping people find their potential. And you say it does give a lot when you see somebody who didn't dare to dream, but you see the potential in them,
Yeah.
and maybe they just need the right kind of words, the right kind
Guide,
of pushing,
yeah.
put in the right environment at the right time, and then they blossom.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
usually they'll thank you for helping with that one. And I think our podcast today and the message we're trying to get out to people, I'm thinking people who also maybe growing up in small towns in the middle of Sweden where there maybe isn't a capoeira club, but they may be watching this or have other people around and I want to go and be something bigger. I want to go to other places, and they see
that you've done that.
Yasmin did it, and she was there, and she got the confidence, and she moved to other places.
Exactly.
Another thing I wanted to touch on is like you're doing like acting bits and pieces as well. Is it like theatre acting or like television roles, or do you want to explain a bit about the creativity, because it's like another like string of the bow here of different things.
It's a lot of things. Yeah. No. So as mentioned, I started with theater when I was quite young. And it was mainly there, also up in Skogsnäs, where I started with the capoeira, before the capoeira, and I just loved the theater and performance and everything.
I could just see this one small theatre in Skogsnäs where they do capoeira like 4 less week, and they're like, oh, she's back again. It's theatre this time. Oh, okay, they're gonna name that hall after you.
Yeah, no, they're not. There's so much creative people up there, but then I always loved the theater and yeah, since then. And then I started to when I also was in a dance school for 1 year in Stockholm, and I wanted also to have more theater, so I went for a private group to do more improv theater, and just for fun, not of any other goal. It was just like I felt the need of doing it, and I missed it, so I did that. And then I've been doing, some roles as a statist, like extras in music videos and some Swedish serials and stuff like that. And I always had, my family always said I was the clown of the family. I always been like
Hence
the
the
joker.
circus.
Exactly. Or the monkey, they call me, since I'm the acrobatic monkey, or the clown, always joking around, and theater always. And so for me, it's been always like fun to go into characters, and really have that part. And so I did a lot of that things before, and then life happens again. It always happens. So then I met the father of my child, and we also, went to Sweden, to Portugal and Norway, and we had our child and everything of that. So then it was like I was focusing more of a little bit more the martial art, but also surviving my injuries. So I didn't do so much at all by acting or theater or anything of that. But then not so long time ago, I just felt like, I really want to start. Yeah, exactly. Again. So, but I didn't start any course, anything like this, or belong to any theater group. But I was just, register myself to these roles, statists roles everywhere, and did a little bit. And then it was last year that I had one producer who called me and said that, hey, Yasmin, we have seen a little bit about you, and you have a long martial art background, and you have theater, you have dancing. I mean, I have almost 20 years of doing all this stuff in total. And we are gonna do a action short film here, a Swedish action short film, and we want to have you as our lead role as an agent.
Wow.
Do you want that? I was like,
You're
let
like,
me think about it.
Yeah, how quickly can I answer yes without sounding too desperate?
wait, I'm just gonna, yes.
How did you know?
Give me a moment, yes.
Exactly. So yeah, so that was really, really super fun to get asked for that role, and it's like for me, I always had this a dream in my life to become a police. Or be like in this kind of stuff. Yes,
I've had that dream as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, so
you got to play like an agent police on stage.
Exactly. And then it's like I always, as a martial artist, as an acrobat and a dancer, that's my three main things in life. And with my injuries, where I kind of accepted that I won't be able to do what I've been doing before. And the police, exactly. And the police part is always still here. So let's see what's happened with that dream. But then it was like, this is the perfect setup.
Yeah.
I can be an agent, I can still be in that kind of police and do my martial art and having the choreographies and everything and the acting. And,
all enrolled into one. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Oh, wow.
So we have that short film is already done, like since last year.
Can you find it on your website? It's on there, isn't it?
Yeah, you can find it on my website, yes, on yasmincasaca.com. And then it's also on YouTube. And then we have just recently filmed the second short film.
Ooh.
So that one is not out yet.
It's coming. Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely link to that when it comes out. I've got to say, Sweden is a wonderful place for film production and adverts and everything. There's so many. A lot of people maybe in the UK watching this think it's only like police dramas coming out of Scandinavia.
Exactly.
There is a lot of those.
There's a lot of agents going around.
Yeah, we do a lot of our own production, our own films, TV commercials and everything. So it's a good place to be. To live in Stockholm.
Come to Stockholm and be on the podcast. No,
exactly.
Be a podcast, be an actor.
Exactly. No, and there, like you said, there is not so much pure Swedish action films.
No, there isn't.
No, it's crime serials. It's
maybe we need to like kickstart that as a kind of genre here.
Exactly, and that is one of the goals with this part. And I mean, how many female?
No.
Action actresses do you have here in Sweden?
No, we're just hanging on someone's arm like in James Bond.
Exactly. So this part is like I'm doing my own fights, I'm doing my own stunts and everything, and we also like I need to be careful with my injuries. So there's some stuff we need to adapt. The first film we recorded, I had active herniated disc that just came, so we need to take it a little bit easy with that. And this the second short film you're laughing already.
I was thinking like you were like, can we get the stunt woman in this? And they're like, you are the stunt woman. You're the stunt.
But I would never want to have a double. I would never want. But the second short film, I was like, I called my producer and I said, hey, we just have a small detail here, just a small thing before we record. And they're like, yeah, what's up, Yasmin? I was like, I just got a fracture in my ribs.
Oh no!
But it's okay. Like we're gonna start to record like in maybe 4 or 5 weeks. So it should, as long as I don't get a pressure on the rib. It was really in the middle and top of solar plexus. Here a piece that went off.
Right, with the diaphragm. Oh my god.
So and the fun part, because my producers they know who I am, so they was not at all concerned. It was not like, oh no, we can't do this and what do you do. It's like they understand Yasmin is Yasmin, so they will basically like, okay, no problem, we just work around it, so no worries. So we meet up for the first training on Sunday. Perfect. Nice. So 4 or 5 days after I went 4 or 5 days after I went on the first fight.
No hard laughs. No
I couldn't
coughing.
laugh. Exactly. It was so hard because I'm a woman that laughs a lot. I see the fun in a lot. I was like
I can see it in front of me.
So that was really fun. So but it's like, of course, that I'm taking care about myself, although it doesn't sound like that. But it's like I also realized after the second film, I also realized I need to be more aware about my priorities.
Yes.
Thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so
Wow.
I realized I might not be able, not for now, to do maybe martial arts as I wanted to do before, but I choose the path of acting instead. And
Well, it's good to be able to parlay that and have the passion and the creativity
Yeah.
and funnel it into something else.
Do you also do like capoeira for yourself, or do you have you put that on the shelf?
Yeah, I just sometimes I just get the idea, oh, let's just try, and I do it myself, you know, for fun. But I don't do that at all. So it's been like I've been trying again, you know, to do a little bit Thai boxing and some wrestling and some like submission wrestling and grappling. But then it's like I still need to just do other things for my body right now. And I'm dancing so much now. So it's like I'm dancing sometimes 15, 20 hours a week. So I mean I have
So maybe if I go and get you some yoga in your life and you get and go some capoeira in my life, we will be a perfect circle.
I'll change the universe so that there is more than 7 days in a week.
Yes,
so
please.
we can have 10 days in each week so we can fit in the time to do all this.
That would be lovely.
What could we call extra 3 days?
And also is the next thing, is that singing? Or
you know, it's fun because my friends, it's actually, my friends always ask me, Yasmin, is there something you don't know how to do? Is it something you don't do in life? You seem to do everything. And I was like, you're good at everything. You're painting, you're sewing, you're leadership, you're like all of this stuff. And I was like, yeah, there is actually one thing that I'm not good at, and that's singing.
Okay. Wow.
But although we have on my mother's side we have a lot of musicians and people like we have in the family also singers and opera singers and stuff. So there exists. Yeah, on that side.
The Norwegian side.
That's the Norwegian side. Exactly. but then it's like I don't know, something happened. I got a lot of things, but not the singing gene. I don't know. Not.
Maybe that's good because as Marcus said, there's only 7 days a week. So
I'll invent the other 3.
Yeah, thank you.
That's another idea for a brand of jeans. Call it the singing jeans.
Jeans.
Because as well, a type of sewing machine is called a singer.
Yeah, it should be singing jeans. Yeah.
So we've come up with a creative idea.
So now we have a new So we have a band name, and now we have a jean. A new pair of jeans,
Does the universe need a new brand of jeans? I'm thinking no.
Probably yes, because
well,
I mean, quality and creativity. How bad? How bad can it be?
Let us present Yasmin.
We've got our spokesperson here. She'll tell you all about singing jeans.
Yeah. No, not the singing part. I can do a lot.
But the jeans will be singing.
Yeah.
It will be.
Exactly. That's good.
So before we round up, I've got one final question.
Yeah,
Because you, as myself, I've just turned 40 now, and you said at the beginning of the podcast that you're 39. So I assume you're turning 40 in a few months. We'll see. Is there anything that you want to achieve before you turn 40 in the time in your 30s?
So there is just a few months left. Yes.
When is your, or do you want to?
In September. In September.
You've got the whole summer, and the summer's just
I do, yeah. No, so actually, it's like you and I talked on the way here. I put, and also about this that is only 7 days a week.
Yeah, we're working on extra ones.
But I actually think I found the extra days. I think I did, and that is a little bit like I was mentioned. Like I put a lot of conscious time of recovering time, like really actively put myself like between these hours or this day. I'm not gonna do anything like plan anything. I'm just gonna do whatever I feel to do, or relax or recovering or whatever. And I think before I turn 40, I think that is also part of, like, I just want to do things that makes me feel good. Like, I don't want to achieve anything or, you know, anything of that. But I really just want to, like, feel, okay, I do my recovering time. I do my fun time. I do my passionate time. And when I added in this this recovering time, if you can call it like that, I realized that I can do so much more. I become so much more productive.
Yes, that's the thing, because often we think that, oh, it's gonna set me back, blah blah blah, if I take some time off. But actually, that's also true when you're training.
Yeah.
Like your body recovers, and then you get extra.
Exactly. Yeah.
Extra strong, extra fast. Yeah.
So it feels like, okay, I have this 7 days a week, and if I add more things, I'm gonna have less time. But for me, I realize I have more time, so I can do all this stuff, and and also that I'm very, like, I focus a lot on is to really take care about myself, with recovering, but everything from meditation to infrared sauna to how I eat. I always drink electrolytes when I'm going dancing or training, or the sleep. It's the main thing to really take care about the sleep. And when I really no, I'm really gonna do this stuff, then I realize, oh, wow, it's so much more.
Do you think it's that you're more present with the time?
Also, yes. And that I am a lot better at prioritizing my time and, stop for a moment and valuing myself. And when I'm valuing myself, I realize that I can be so much more for others.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because if I don't value myself, like my son, he's 9 years old. If I'm not the best I can be in myself, if I don't value myself, I cannot be the best for him. Yeah. And I cannot be the best for the ones I'm having around me either. And it's like, I think that together with, like, I am, like I said before, I am very, humble. Like, I really are super grateful for things. I never take anything for granted, but it's also, I'm valuing myself, and I know that when I'm good at something, I can say that and I can express that. And I know my goals, they are huge. I have a lot of goals, and I'm not afraid to say, I want to become the best Swedish action actress, for example. And I'm gonna turn 40. Life is not going down.
Yeah, it's going up.
Definitely.
Yay for that.
Yeah, so
for me, being on the other side of 39, I can definitely say that life is only getting better. Also because I learn to take care of myself, and I learn to value the things that I value, and also prioritize what is actually making me feel better about myself, about my life.
Yeah. Exactly. And not to be a victim of the age.
Exactly.
And everything, and not be a victim of life. I think it's about to really, take care about it. Like,
and also reflect how lucky we are with everything, where we are, what we have.
Yeah, the circle. Yeah, everything.
Mindful. But it sounds like how you're expressing everything, that you've found it and you're in that zone for that.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, lovely to hear. And I'm sure our listeners are going to reflect on that and thinking, actually, things are pretty good.
Yeah,
I can achieve anything.
Exactly. And I have one thing about the age. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna, people is a lot of time feel like, oh, I'm gonna turn 40 or whatever age it is. And it's like, don't see it as an age, see it as a level.
That's what I say.
The level 40 sounds so much cooler than level 30.
That's what I say. And also what I'm thinking, because people talk to me a lot about being afraid of aging. And I was like, well, think of the other side. What would that be? Not aging. And that would mean you wouldn't be here.
No, exactly.
So if you want to be here and express fully and explore fully and be curious about life, then there's so much left to
definitely.
do. So much left to say yes to.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It was a great time we've had on the podcast.
Yeah, really good time.
Yeah.
And we want to have you back on the podcast, of course.
We'd love to.
Well,
yes.
3 regular guest spot as well. But before we wind up today, we want the juicy links.
The juicy links.
So where would you find us at the juicy links first?
So where you will find us is on our website, www.creativejuices.se.
We also have Instagram, which is at creativejuices_SE, I think. What else do we have?
And then we have YouTube.
YouTube is an amazing platform to watch and listen to things on. I believe you're in charge of another part of the organization. I'm trying to figure
That
out what it's
could
called.
be Spotify that Marcus doesn't like, but we are there, and we.
Have you heard of Spotify?
we can-
Oh, I don't know. What's
The
that?
thing.
Yeah, I think I heard about
Can
it.
you get
yeah,
like a
so-
subscription? You have
Yeah.
to like send away in the mail for it.
So it's a really big thing, but Marcus has missed it. I
I
mean,
haven't. I don't know. Write a review on it, and if it's good, I might see it there. We'll see.
we will see.
And of course, our guest Yasmin. Where can we
Where can we
find
find
you
you?
on the social medias?
Oh, you can find it by my name, Yasmin Casaca, and that is both in Instagram and my website, yasmincasaca.com. So there you will find me. And if not there, it will be on the YouTube later, but you will see it in my website and on the dance floor.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you find Yasmin on the dance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Front of the in the film or in the dance floor there.
I'm looking
Maybe.
forward to that.
Yeah.
To meeting you on the dance floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not in the fighting.
no,
No,
no, thank you.
I think Marcus for that part.
We'll
Yeah.
see. I'm gonna
The
see.
wrestling, that's what he
Dance.
does.
Martial art.
Yeah. So thank you. So in between time and in the meantime, I'm gonna say bye bye for now from us
Thank
Creative
you.
Juices, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much
Yasmin,
for
being
being
on
you.
today.
It was really fun. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.